This is a preview video for writing linear equations. Recall that the word linear refers to a straight line, so the forms of our equations are y equals mx plus b and x equals a number. X equals a number is going to be the exception because that is a vertical line with an undefined slope. So in this video, we are going to focus on equations of the form y equals mx plus b. When approaching these problems, I want you to think of your answer as always in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So we are always trying to figure out what our slope is and what our y-intercept is so that we can write our final equation in this form. Your final answer will still have an x and y, but you will fill in numbers for m and b. The following are sample answers that you could have for equations. If your slope was -2 and your y-intercept was -4, you could have the equation y equals -2x minus 4. Notice that we have a minus sign here instead of a plus because of the negative y-intercept. The next equation is y equals 3x. This has a y-intercept of 0, so if our b value is 0, you may not see it written as part of your equation. Throughout this unit, you will be given different types of problems, whether it's a graph, or you're given points, or you're given the slope. Every time, I want you to think about it as a puzzle where you are looking for m and you are looking for b. Always think, what do I know? What can I find? In reference to m and b. We'll do two examples together. If I am given this graph and asked to write the equation, I want to know, do I know m and do I know b? And if not, I'll use what I have to find those. In this case, we have our y-intercept right here, which is the point 0, 3. We also can count the slope. The rise is 3, and the run is 2, and I know it's negative. So my slope is -3 over 2. This means I can fill these in right away to my equation. Y equals my slope, which is my coefficient of x, plus my y-intercept. This would be my answer here. We'll look at a final example. Write the equation for a line that goes through the point -1, 5 and has a slope of -2. As always, I try to find the pieces to my puzzle. M equals and B equals. My slope is given. That's my M of -2. But I don't know my B yet, so I need to fill in all of the pieces to y equals mx plus b that I do know, find the pieces I don't know, which in this case, the only piece we're looking for is b, and then I can fill in my final equation. So I can label x and y and m, and I'll fill them in and solve. And I get 3 equals b. Now I have the two pieces of information that I need to write my equation. So my final answer is y equals -2x plus 3. And I can double check that this does in fact have a slope of 3, and the point -1, 5 would be a solution. So this is my final answer right here. Every single time, I want you to figure out, do I have m and do I have b? In other words, do I know my slope and my y-intercept? And if not, fill in every one of these pieces of information that you know, and then solve for either your y-intercept or your slope, anything that you're missing. You will definitely see problems like this. Write the equation of the line that goes through 5, 7, and -9, -7. In this case, you don't know m and you don't know b, so you want to go back to the two essential questions. What do I know and what can I find? If I'm given this point and this point, I know that I can find my slope. And then using that slope and one of these points, I can find the y-intercept. But we'll save this idea for another day. I just wanted to give you a quick look on what we're going to be doing in this unit and have you always approach every problem as a puzzle where you're looking for m and b, or the slope and y-intercept. I hope you enjoyed this video.